Okay, I'm going to take a video early on here, and then I'll take another one as I get moving forward on this. Brilliant, right? Norm Landry brought this over. His quilts are always very precise. This one is called Moonglow Cactus. It's 96 inches square. And he said that he chose his own colors to go in it. He didn't care for the colors that they had laid out. So he went and chose his own colors, and I think he did a really brilliant, magnificent job on it. There's a lot to talk about here on the quilt, but I did want to show you with the circular section here and so many pieces of it being connected at the circular angles that it's really laying amazingly flat. Okay, all of this is at the circular. We've got lots more circles going on in here. And anytime you have a Lone Star, which this isn't a full Lone Star, it's a partial Lone Star, but frequently right in here you'll have too much fabric, too much happening in here, too much puddling. So I have a little bit of puddling because of the circles and because of a partial Lone Star going on. So I'm going to show you as I get to that section, what am I going to do to help take up some of the extra fabric that's puddling here. If you bring me a quilt that's circular, if you bring me something that has the Lone Star, if you bring me something that has a double wedding ring, frequently I'll have some puddling that I have to deal with on my end as the long armor. You bring it in, sometimes you notice it, sometimes you don't. But I notice it and I have to deal with that. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make up the difference so this quilt turns out amazing, as it totally deserves, because there's a lot going on here. Hello, hello, look at all of these flying geese. Hello. And he pointed out to me that these flying geese go at a bit of an angle, and they are meant to do that. Somebody pointed out to him, they're not straight. They're not flowing straight. He said this is meant to be that way. It's the way the pattern is. And yes, they are meant to kind of go at an angle a little bit. So it's on purpose. And you know, when you see it that way all the way around, it would make sense that it's supposed to be that way. It's not just one little error there. You can see all the different fabrics he's chosen. So much happening here. Like I say, he chose his own colors. I love how the center of the partial Lone Star all comes out in the blue and turquoise. And then kind of the flamey spikes that come out from it all have the rose color that go with it. We debated about colors of thread. Ultimately, we did decide to go with the rose, because he wanted to pull out a little more of the rose that's already in it. Could have gone with a yellow, could have gone with a blue, could have gone with a tan, but he wanted to pull out a little more of the rose that's already in it, and so that's exactly what's happening. I'm doing it in my fire design, and he wanted to do that to kind of bring out some of the spikes that are already in the quilt. You know, I will give my thoughts and opinions about what maybe should happen with a design, but I always love to listen to the client and see what they have to say and try to follow along with the comments they're making and choose a design that's going to help them achieve the goal they have of the style of quilt they are trying to create. It's not just the quilt that you've done in here. It's not just the piecing you've done. It's also the quilting that I'm putting on it. They work together. They need to have synergy so that your quilt reflects exactly what you're looking for. And that's what we're trying to do here. There's also lots of empty space here to fill. And so that color is helping to fill that in. We could have gone with something different there. Absolutely. I could have done a custom there. If that's something in your price range, we totally could have worked with some custom there. And it works out just great like this. You know what? Just filling it with that fire looks fantastic. It fills up a lot of that empty negative space right there.